bizarre development has come in from Canada. Remember, ahead of Diwali festival, there are celebrations that take place in Canada, in the USA, where there is a massive Indian diaspora and specifically the Hindu community. But what happened in Canada has caught everyone's attention. Canada's leader of opposition, the Conservative leader, Pierre Poilievre, cancelled a bash of Diwali for specifically the Hindu community or the Indians and different faiths as well, settled in Canada over years and generations. But this flag that's coming his way, there is a Hindu forum, for example, that's put out a statement saying that, this is a politically motivated act of appeasement. You're dismissing a significant, vibrant part of Canadian society and asking Hindus, Sikhs and Buddhists and Jains to stand together so that if there is any respect being shown, that should also be questioned and explored. Now, one of the individuals from Canada, a senior correspondent who has called this out and said that this was not okay to be cancelling this event, is Daniel Boardman. He's now joining me in the special telecast. Daniel, good morning, Indian Standard Time. I want you to tell me, why do you think that this is not okay? Because there could be different reasons for it. What do you think is the reason that a Diwali bash, such a lovely cultural, vibrant festivities have been cancelled?
Well, it's the principle that you don't cancel religious holidays out of fear of being accused of foreign interference. And even if you want to say India is 1,000% guilty of sticking their fingers in an inter-Khalistani gang war to take out Hardip's signature, okay, fine. Does that equate to what the Taliban did? I mean, when we were literally at war with the Taliban, we never canceled any Eid al-Fitr. We never boycotted Muslim events. We don't. And this is becoming a pattern in the West and different things. Have the mayor of Toronto boycotted Hanukkah because she said that was controversial. So this road we're going down now, where we're saying, okay, certain holidays are now political statements. It's a really dark path to go on. So just how I vehemently would oppose anyone trying to cancel or demean or delink Canada from Christmas, because Christmas is very, very, very important to Canadians. You could say the most important, and we got to stand by that. By the same extension, the right to celebrate your holidays is also very important. Now, this isn't taking away anyone's right.
Are you surprised, Daniel, that this is Pierre Poilievre and not Justin Trudeau?
Yeah, it is interesting. And if you can understand the politics of it a little bit for the context, because if you've watched Canadian television covering the foreign interference and all that, they have tried to link Pierre Poilievre to the Modi government, doing this whole, because everything is Trump, and so Pierre Poilievre is Canada Trump, and Modi is India Trump, and Trump is Trumpy Trump, and this is all foreign interference, big, bad, evil thing. So in order to sort of avoid that, because, listen, I don't know the exact political calculations within the Conservative Party, but there definitely was external pressure from the media and outside, liberal politics to put pressure on them on India. And I think they made a very cowardly and the wrong decision to then back away from Diwali, which is affecting Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, Buddhists, and people of, it's not just India. Like Hindus we have a large Afro-Caribbean Hindu population too. Like you can't cancel Diwali to make, this is such an insane precedent to set if you follow it down, because then it's going to get into which politicians are going to which religious events in our country, and it's going to lead to tons of infighting. So I hope the Conservative Party realizes the mistake they've made here and makes some instances to fix this. And if they celebrate Diwali and the CBC says this is foreign interference, I hope they have the backbone to stand up and say no, it's not. I mean, hosting a Diwali party like you've done for the last 20 years is a very, very defensible thing to do.
That's interesting because, you're right. Biden, in fact, recently hosted one, and it did appear that he called people from Indian diaspora, Hindus and others from all walks of life. So it was in many ways the mingling of a culture. But in Canada, Pierre Poilievre, surprisingly, deciding to pull back on that. On a final note, Daniel, what about the Diwali festival in Canada usually? Do you see some cultural festivities? Are you curious about the festival? Have you read about it? Do you like it? Because it's full of color, fireworks, and a lot of ethnic wear as well.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I like it. I've been outside some of I've seen it. It's the same time like there's Hanukkah this time and Christmas and all that. I'm pro all the festivals that abide within Canadian law. I mean, as long as they're not centered around like, we don't have like, purges or something criminal and violent, then it's great and it's fine. And I hope
And
there's something
you're
that
right.
I
And,
hope this can
this
be
is
fixed.
eventually about a community that's also involved in a positive contribution toward Canada. And to pull back on this festival, it's got a lot of people unawares because they believed that compared to Trudeau, that he was the one more connected or more considerate of this diaspora of the community living in Canada and who are as much Canadians, perhaps more Canadian than they are Indian. Thank you very much, Daniel, for your views on that. And we'll be tracking what led Pierre Poilievre to take that decision in Canada.